Hi, this is Brian Sachs, and I want to thank you. I'm about to share with you the mobile food truck blueprint that I promised you. So I wanted to welcome you first and thank you. As I said, we've made all the mistakes. When I started, I knew nothing about the food truck business, so we made lots of mistakes. And I put together this blueprint really specifically so you don't have to make any costly mistakes. You can get right to it and understand the process and really start making some quick cash. We've been talking about really earning up to $1,000 a day just working 3 to 4 hours. Now, again, I'm not making any income claims, but you clearly see here a line at our lunch truck want a burrito. And just imagine 100 people for lunch spending on average $10 a ticket, and there's your $1,000. So let me go through this blueprint very carefully with you. And I want to first go through the order, and then I want to explain some mistakes. And then I got a special bonus for you as well, one that's unannounced. So number one, create your concept. You really have to think about what your concept is going to be. Next, you want to run budgets and do your research, contact your local health department for regulations. Then you want to have your truck built. You can either purchase a used truck or a new truck, and I'll tell you a little bit about that later. But you need to have your truck built out. You need to obtain your licenses and permits, line up your commissary, create your HACCP plan, get your ServSafe designation. And then you want to start worrying about getting people to the truck, and you want to build out your website, social media program, start getting publicity. And it's very easy to get publicity for a food truck because they're very hot and very sexy. All the while, you're going to be identifying locations, fairs, sporting events, and so forth. And in the end, you can grow your business and scale it, which is the beauty of the food truck business, to either have more food trucks or have a restaurant. Certainly, you want to do catering jobs. They're very, very profitable. In fact, I'll tell you, we even do weddings, and very, very profitable. So why does it start with creating your concept? Because how you build your truck, the equipment that you have in it, the publicity that you're going to get, the budgets that you're going to run, all depend on what your concept is. Our concept was want a burrito. Why do we choose burritos? Well, burritos are easy. Number one, everybody understands what they are. Number two, very, very popular. Look at all the Mexican chains popping up all around the country. But here's the big key. We wanted to be able to serve breakfast, lunch, dinner, and of course be available after the bars let out and at major sporting events and fairs. They're hugely, hugely profitable. And once we understood that, the reason we started with burritos is because you can have a burrito for breakfast, you can have a burrito for lunch, you can have a burrito for dinner. Burritos are mainstream. They're available all the time. Doesn't matter what your concept is, make sure it's mainstream. But remember, you're going to need to know what your food costs are. You're going to need to know what equipment you need to put in your truck. You're going to need to have some hooks for publicity. And so, again, you want to make sure that you're starting with the concept. Once you create the great concept, everything else falls into place very, very simply with this roadmap that I've provided you. And just so you know, you can do many of these things at the same time. So while our truck was being built, we were already working on the websites. We were already getting publicity. We started a campaign of identifying locations and fairs. We started getting our licenses and permits. But again, it all starts with creating that great concept. So you want to make sure that not only you have the proper equipment, the proper licenses, you can do it all simultaneously, but don't do anything until you start with the concept. So I'm not sure if you were taking notes or not, but instead of worrying about writing all this down, right below, I've given you a link where you can just simply print this out and start working on it. There are keys to each and every part of this, and I'm going to share more with you in upcoming videos, but I just wanted you to get an overall lay of the land so that you understood exactly what this looks like. So print out this blueprint below, and again, we hate spam as much as you do. We will never, ever share your information, but I want you to have this blueprint right in front of you at all times so that you can constantly be referring back to it and understanding the components. And again, in future videos, watch your inbox, because in future videos and future emails, I'm going to share with you much more in depth all the components of this and how to really get yourself going. The beautiful thing about mobile food trucks and having a food truck blueprint is you can follow this step by step, and I've eliminated all the hard work for you. Learn from my mistakes so you don't have to make them. But again, the beautiful part is you don't have to spend a lot of money on advertising. In fact, you don't have to spend a dime on advertising. And I'm going to share all this with you in depth. So go ahead, if you just print this out, that way you'll have it in front of you and you can refer back to it. Thanks. Hope this was useful to you, and I'll be speaking to you soon.